in our meetings, I think at ASU and Kaburu, the College of Health, we read the biographies of Jonathan Edwards and who? John Wesley. We saw their marriages. These are people that have gone before us, and their lives have become epistles, warnings. So God will give us wisdom to manage time. So, but what is it that I want to simply, I don't want to call it teaching. It's not teaching. There's no time to teach. I don't want to speak beyond 20 minutes. Just to scratch on this. And what is it? Let us come to Ecclesiastes. The book of Ecclesiastes. We are reading chapter 3. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Let me read. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Then I jump to verse 11. He had made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he had set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. What I want to drop on our heart as a word of caution to the young people among us is understanding the timing of God. Understanding the timing of God as touching marriage. The biggest problem with many people when it comes to the issue of relationship is that they get the timing wrong. There are several people seated here in relationship, and they are very wrong relationships. Because as touching the timings and the seasons of God for your life, this is not the time for you to be in a relationship. When we talk about times, the concept of the biblical timing and season of God's dealings with us, we are talking about the sovereignty of God in ordering events, purposes, and happenings that He has ordained to pass through life. We have seasons. Just like if we have read further from that verse, there's time to be born and there's time to die. Time to plant, time to harvest. That is how God patterned life. To everything there is a season. And when you get the season wrong, either by not perceiving it aright, or by ignoring it, whatever is God's agenda for that season, you are likely not to achieve it. So, if you don't understand, in life there is time to grow. There is a time to become born again as a child of God. There is a time for growth. The devotions you need to cultivate to grow. There is time to pursue the vision of God for your life. There is a time to step into it. Even when they were talking to us about academic excellence, it's time for studies. When you use time for studies to play relationship, you have opened a very great door of distraction to your life. It's very strange. I wonder how can I go and buy form, enroll for studies, and I'm also into relationship? What am I looking for? What is the relationship for? Just to have a sinful partner. I went to college of education, graduated. I never had a lady that I could say, even sisters in fellowship. There was nothing like that. No matter how hard, some people were using prayer and spiritual gifts to advertise themselves. I never patronized any of such. Because the issue is no matter the fire in you, inside of me, I knew it was not time for me to marry. It's not whether you are spiritual or not spiritual. I don't disdain the grace in you. I admire your beauty. I love the charisma, but it's not time for me to marry. That's just the problem. So I knew, and I'm telling us, if you don't walk according to time, there were some people when we are graduating from school, they played into relationships. See, the normal tendency with especially graduating students is that if I don't catch this sister or this brother, if we get to the wider world, she will become someone else may see her. I don't know what will happen. And so let me catch. No, I'm planning to go for service. Though I don't know when I'm married, I will have to trust God to get a job and work. You don't know when the job is coming. And you want to trap a girl to wait for when you will get job. And you see that you will also offer yourself gambling. If he stays for 3 years, he will start calling for prayers. I don't know why the tree has waited too long. But he told you he cannot marry without him having a job. So the challenge with many of us is the timing. When we are finishing school, many of us went into relationships. Many of those relationships collapsed a year or two. Because the young brothers became frustrated looking for more job, and the sisters could not wait anymore. They are commodities in the market, so to say. So there are people who have job who also come to show interest. So if it is about who has job, that's how they will lay you aside. So for many people that are even in a relationship and are already frustrated about it now, it's the issue of time. They don't know whether